Majina ni Mwangi Mwaura, mimi ni msanii and nimekuwa msanii for long kuanzia nikiwa junior, Raiman nilipiga art and till pia hadi high school pia nilipiga art and even after high school pia niliendelea na kupiga art sababu art ndio study as my higher studies at Kenyatta University. So throughout the time nimekuwa tu within the business. So nikiwa shule being a fine artist pia nilikuwa a graphics designer. So most of the time nikiwa campus ilikuwa ni shughuli ya kufanya branding to so many other things within the campus including KUSA, that is Kenyatta University Students Association So nilijipata I was just there within the art and giving people the desired solutions ama zile vitu wanataka kuachieve but in terms of the graphics design and branding. So nikafanya but still hapo hivyo ndani I would engage in exhibitions fine arts exhibitions. So as an artist ama as a student for arts I also had to really do much much of the paintings for sale. So unajua survival you need to have those products that are going so nilikuwa nimeless graphics design na sasa arts. So nilikuwa nafanya portrait sana and after nimemalizana na campus hapa nje vitu nazo zilikuwa ni different because outside here is now the practicability of whatever I've been learning so ningefanya so many paintings and pia nime make sales na apart from that pia nimekuwa an award winning artist with this art hiyo ilianzia nikiwa campus and then even after I dropped off could drop out so I've been within it so at one point nikaangalia nikajievaluate and then nikaona I've done so much in terms of say portraiture. Wase wengi sana ninawapatia portraiture but I had this dream of owning my own even art gallery an exhibition set so that has been the dream, that has been what has been eating my thinking each and every time having my own space that I can be exhibiting and also be tutoring art because that's what I've been doing outside here after I left school so in 2019 I began something, not actually 2019 but 2018, even way before 2018. Now these are the times that I'm starting to be on ground with this whole mentality so ilikuwa ni to share my passions. So I would share my passion, I would post most of my links or rather most of my posts with that hashtag sharing my passion or share your passion, something like that but the whole energy was towards bringing more people into the art and educating them about art and also teaching them how to maybe draw, how to maybe paint and not only that also to the upcoming artists kujaribu kusaidia how to get into the market and how to get marketable art art that you can sell for that matter so ilikuwa ni a collective of a passion towards social empowerment most of the time and hapo nilikuja nikafungua a painting like a studio nikafungua pale kwa Cairo, kuna place fulani kunaitwa makutano so I went and established one there and I had so many people from around wenye walikuwa nakuja to get the artistic insights and also to get to how to draw. So while there dream ikakuwa kubwa so nikaanza kuona it's achievable so far nisha set up there So nika bring in now artists. So I stopped sharing my passions as me Mwangi Mwaura peke yangu, but I involved other artists so that the passion could be even bigger. So we started sharing the passion as a multiple number of artists. So during that time, it was only before Corona, during that time, I had four very successful exhibition, and not only exhibitions, but an art event that was embraced by so many people. It was called Art to the People Experience, ATTPE. So that one I started as now Nuclear Family. When I got those artists, I decided now let's just become one family. So automatically I called it Nuclear Family, which is still today. And Nuclear Family stood for now two principles: social empowerment and environmental conservation. So I've been having, I had these events that were brought about by those philosophies. So using like-minded people, or together with like-minded people. So I've had events that have been so good and that have exposed the artists towards the market, where different artists have been able to even win some even cash awards, from the same from that whole event, ATTPE. So I've been doing this. So I've been teaching art. I've taught at my previous school, my primary school, that is Don Bosco Primary School. I've taught to some private clients, home-based kind of learning. So I've been involved in these things, and elsewhere, being like in German school, I've also been there, inspiring and trying to, together with them, trying to understand art beyond what we are learning, but seeing it into the community. What's the end game after you've learned all this? What's the end game? So for me, the end game has been to live art, within the community, and sensitizing people, especially the young upcoming artists, on the importance of art, because this is not a trade like any other. It's more of a mission. It's more of a mission. So in every mission, there are objectives. So these objectives have to be met, and some of these objectives are so deep because they touch so much on every principle of our societies. So for we to be able to live well within this community, yenye iko na principles mingi towards maybe this very industry, we need to be more than artists. We need to understand them. We need to understand what we are giving them to consume. We need to understand what we are creating to take to the people. So all these things have been things that I've been doing within now the Nuclear Family. Nuclear Family, because Nuclear Family was a collective body for artists who were able, not able, but ready to share their passions. So you could be having your passion in photography, you have your passion in music production, you have your passion in say poetry, or in rap, or in those other art, those practical arts per se. So if you had those passions in that, sharing them was very easy when artists did it with Nuclear Family. I'm saying did it because it's been a while now since we did the very last one. I had 4 events in 2 years. But after Apple, when Corona came, my artists, because mostly I used artists from Kenyatta University because that's where I am alumni of. So most of them shifted. The reason Don Bosco, ni sababu mi nimesomea Don Bosco, and sikusomea tu, nimepata pia experience mingi sana, especially the arts. My very first exhibition ni through Don Bosco. back then nilikuwa class 5 kitambo sana, and we held it at Sarit Center. So that was my very first arts exhibition, even though I did not have that very professional background of arts, or not actually background, but overview of arts. Yeah, but I could draw. I was a good boy at drawing and using the crayons. So the reason I went back to Bosco Boys was partly because of that. It's one institution that helped me, give me that opportunity to be artistically expressive. At Bosco Boys, I used to sing, yeah, and I used to act. I used to draw, and I used to do so many things that were art related, because at Bosco Boys we had this thing called oratory. So where all the talented young boys and girls would come together and form some groups that were artistically expressive in the end. So for me, I normally found myself in the acting and in singing mostly, but in drawing, that was another thing, because up to that moment, I had not taken it as something that I could rely on, despite being good at it. So nilichukua nachukulia art ni kama subject, because I studied art myself in primary school. So I used to take it as a subject. Giving it back for me was actually, nilikuwa naona ni kama I'm raising my young brothers, and teaching them how to do it so that they can also do it like me when the time comes. So nilijipata hapo nilispend I think 1 year teaching and mentoring this young student, or these brothers of mine, because Bosco Boys is my home. Yeah, it's my home. I'm an alumni, yeah, who is more related to the home than the school, yeah, because that has been my home, yeah. So as a home, indulging with my brothers, indulging with everybody that was in there, I found myself helping myself create what I am today, the artist that I am today, yeah. So if when it comes to writing music, when it comes to singing, when it comes to drawing, all these things, I evolved them back there. So me giving back there is actually something like I am entitled to give back there. Like it's something that I have to, because that's home. Yeah. So that and other experiences have shaped me become the kind of an artist I am today. So I've had a chance to be one of the top winners of the Mask Prize Award with painting. And now that cements my own me, how I feel, my own credibility towards my art. It cements it even more, because it's a one of a kind award in a one of a kind of exhibition competition, where the organizer is from UK. So UK, and having so many artists, especially from East Africa, participating in it, and also some more, in UK, and then me emerging a winner in that. For me, it's an assurance to me that my art is good, and my art has gone to that level of being accepted as a form of expression, and also a product that can be used to either educate or for even aesthetic purposes. Yeah, because I've been a winner for that very award, which to me, again, I will say, it's like a stamp, like, yeah, you've made it. Yeah. And in the same award organization, I've also been able to achieve a music video, award, where one of my videos, because I also sing, so There is this song I did. It's a reggae song with the theme of sorry, saying sorry, but not saying sorry to a lover, but saying sorry to like everybody that I've been at loggerheads with, maybe knowing or unknowingly. There are those mistakes that we do, and some people really take them so seriously. Design in future, people behave in some way that also makes you wonder why they are behaving that way. But maybe because you behaved in some way very long time ago, unknowingly to them. So at this moment, I had a chance to get to the studio, and I recorded with Vicky Pondis. And then the video I did with a guy called Georges. But the video had the story that was telling the visual part of the song. And I think that is what won that. So it was well packaged, and actually the message was home. So me submitting it, I didn't even know that I was going to win in that category. But it opened to me that I had won in that category, which for me is another big plus in as much as my music is concerned. Yeah, so I've been in these and others, and also not only that, even winning tenders here in the country to do some projects, and some good projects for that matter. Yeah, so that has always cemented my faith and my belief in what I do as an artist. So, as I said, art is good, and it gives you that urge to want to do it. But then there is that limitation of the materials due to cost and due to maybe availability, due to the supplies in the market. That doesn't really have to stop you from being innovative, being creative, and to draw. There are always materials that you can use. For me, charcoal pencil or charcoal itself, charcoal itself, it's one of the materials that you can use to develop an art or expression for that matter. So you can use charcoal pencil or charcoal itself. You can also use graphite pencils because they are readily available in like every shop. So you don't have anything that hinders you from producing art. As long as you are ready to do it, material should not be one of the things that we should consider that decides if you're going to produce a piece or not. Because you can virtually use anything around you. But then for art that is for sale, then you need to learn gradually. You develop your style, your skill, you develop until you're there. Now, when you're there, you will be there definitely when you're there. And this means being there is when you can produce a piece. By that time, you'll have invested enough of time and resources to give you some starting step in future, because you've always to keep on thinking about how you are going to continue with the journey. Because once you are an artist for life, and you can't escape. It's like that. You can't escape. But for you to be able to remain relevant and productive, then you've got to be able to use any material and any style. Some people use collage. You don't really need paint to be able to do a pleasant work that is real, that is also 3D. All you need is maybe colors of shades of colors of whatever subject you want to paint, say.